Christ, who's at the head of my life this day. I want to thank and praise God for allowing me to be here. And I want to give my love and prayers to the Lynch family. Just to let you all know, Deacon will be truly missed. And Lord knows, he always had an encouraging word for me. He calls me Miss Class. And every time he would see me or greet me, he would say Miss Class. And one thing that stood out about me, I remember Deacon the last few words that I heard him say. He was thanking God for how the Lord had came to him, and how he was speaking in tongues. Mm-hmm. And he gave that testimony in church, and that thing really stuck with me. And I just thank and praise God because it reminded me the time when my mom passed. And right before the Lord called her home, she was testifying about the Holy Ghost. And I just, think it's just such a beautiful thing. Your Deacon will be truly missed, but I just want you all to know that I love you all, and my prayers are with you all.
Greetings, everyone. They asked us to keep it short, which won't be a problem for me because I'm not a very long speaker. Deacon Kirby Lynch, my uncle. One thing to try to say, he was a rock. He was steady, steadfast. Whatever he believed in, that's what he stood for. He was a tough man. They say he was from Texas. You can see he had that Texas grit in him. I seen him go through things in his body as a young man, as an older man. I myself am a young man, I'm getting older. But some of the things I seen him go through in his body, and he stood it and made me question my own self. I said, could I stand what that man standing? Because he took a lot in his physical body. He took a lot in his spiritual life. He's a great inspiration to me. And as me and my brothers met on a couple of weeks ago, we was talking about different things about his life. But one thing, you could say a lot of things about him, but there's a few things you could not say about Deacon Lynch. You couldn't say he didn't love his family. You couldn't say he didn't love the Word of God. You couldn't say that he didn't love Jesus Christ, because that was his life. You could tell him, I could go to him and tell him, uncle, I got a good paying job. I got a raise. I got a new car. He was all right with that. But you let me go to him and tell him something spiritual. I got a blessing from God. The Lord blessed my spirit. I had this testimony or spoke this word to somebody. He would light up like a child in a candy store. That was he would get all excited. He'd go into a dance, because that was his life, the Word of God. And I do believe if he could have gave his life to further the gospel of Jesus Christ, to know that it was going to a different country and saving souls, I believe he would have gave his life for the gospel of Jesus Christ. For my auntie, my cousins, stay strong. The Hatley family, they all went through it. When the head of the family, that rock, is gone, my family, we going through it. Many families that I don't know, but when that rock is gone, you feel it. But that's the time we have to feel ourselves in our God.
Amen.
Like Elijah and Elisha, we have to strengthen ourselves and say, the same God that walked with these men, we have to take it upon ourselves to build ourselves up in the spirit and say, Lord, like you walk with them, like you led them, I want you to be with me. I want you to lead me. Give me that faith and that strength and that drive and that determination that they had. That's right. Because the same thing we seen in them men, my former pastor, my daddy, and my uncle. I'm sure some of y'all had the same driving men to lead y'all, to show y'all the way. But I'm speaking of what I see in my life. I'm going to need that to go home. I'm going to need that drive, that determination, that made up mind. That no matter what comes, no matter what I face in life, I trusted in Jesus Christ. That's what made this man who he was. He had his hope, his faith, and his belief in Jesus Christ. And that's what I'm looking for in my life. That's what I'm looking for in my life. And if I don't have that drive, that determination, that faithfulness, I will make it. But we have to remember, Jesus Christ is the one that got us standing today. Once we put our faith and hope in Him, anything is possible. Family, stay strong. I love y'all. Congregation, please continue to keep us in your prayers. Thank you.
Praise the Lord, everybody. Truly, it's an honor to be here today. I'm in honor of Deacon Kirby Lynch. I just thank God for my space and holiness. I just thank God for He was a keeper. And I thank God for my family, which is the Lynch family, my sister, mother. He always used to call me the singer, and last time he saw me play, he said, "You still got it, you big ox." And I took everything he said for granted. You know, I just thank God that He allowed me to make it here today out of respect unto Deacon. I just want to sing the rest of my 2 minutes in just simple song, say, when I see Jesus, hey, amen. When I see Jesus, hey, amen. All of my trials, all of my disappointments, they will be over. When I see Jesus, anybody want to see Him on today? Amen. One more time. When I see Jesus, hallelujah. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. When I see the man who died for me, that's coming back for me. Amen. All of my trials, all of my disappointments, they will be over when I see Jesus. Hey, hey, amen. All right.
He wanted me to do his eulogy, and I'm going to do the best I can. Now, I've heard it said that if a man cry, he weep. I ain't found that in the Bible nowhere. And if it wasn't in the Bible, I must be weak. Sending greetings to who lives he touched, and I say, brethren, I say to Paul, his firstborn son, and to Philip, and to David, and to Andrew, I ain't gonna try to hold you to his standard. That's a choice he made. He chose to be dedicated. Amen. That's the life he wanted to live. Sometimes you got people gonna
put a bar up high and we get disappointed trying to be like them. Just enjoy the journey while you're having it. We expect people sometimes to be just like them, but let me say this to you. Do the best you can, but we got an example. Anytime like Daniel said, we just think he hold on, Dan. Now I'm going to say this to where's Mr. Jim McGee? He's in the back. There he is. Mr. McGee, there's no put on. When he passed away, and we were thinking about that Saturday to bury him, but then we let Mother make the decisions, and your business is so busy that they said it might not be able to handle the funeral. And I said, I said, well, do we need to go to the other funeral home? They said, oh no. He said, go to McGee. So I want to let you know, if we had to stay out 2 more weeks, he wanted you all to put him away. So we thank you for what he's seen in you and your family. I want to say to the bishops and the Bishop Brian and Pastor Murray and Papa and Aunties and Mother Butler and different ones. I see Pastor Pye. Hey man, he always used to hold me, he said, now you need to get need to all get together. I said, why are you gonna make me try to do it? He said, because that's what you need to do. Amen. And I want to say this. I'm gonna miss him. I pastored him for 19 years. He was never late for service. I pastored him for 19 years. He was never late. You hear me, twin? Never late for service. At the age of 80, when I told him he didn't have to fast 2 days on sacrifice, he said, don't take that from me. If you did it 1 day, he fast right along with you. I'm talking about no water or no food. 2 days. If we stay on our knees 3 hours, he stayed on his knees 3 hours. Never complaining. And when I used to look around in the room and see that, I say, my God, I used to go to him, and sometimes he'd be on his knee. I could see him being in pain, and I would tell him, I said, Deacon, you don't, God, he said, I know. He said, but don't take it from me. Many things that he would tell me, don't take it from me. He said, John, but this is my life. When before he died, I told him, I said, Deacon, you never been a man. Now, he was a well-dressed man. You would have thought he was a billionaire. Now, I'm doing, I find the best suit I can put him out. This day, man, I think I'm looking pretty good. I look pretty good. Amen. Because you can be classy and still holy.
Amen. Amen.
He used to tell my wife, you're a classy woman. John, you know you got a classy woman. He used to say all the time. I used to say, Deacon, you got a classy woman too. He said, you know they got classy men. But anyhow, y'all bear with us. This is our moment, and we're glad that I reflect back on, we're going to do like Joe friend now, right? The McGee's won't allow it. It's their business. When Joe was going through what he was going through, his friends came and sat down there with him, didn't open their mouth, and he said nothing about for a solid, about a week. That's a friend. I say this, it'll be very short. He was my assistant, without being an assistant. Does that make sense? I never told him he was my assistant. He never, most churches have assistant pastors, but he was my assistant. Yes, we call him deacon. He was a man of many titles. And I could be thundering and raining, and I would call the deacon, I need you to cancel Wednesday service. It'd be a pause. And I know what that pause means. You know what that pause means? You don't need to cancel. I said, it's tough, there's a storm. I pulled it up, it's a storm between here and Adele. I said, well, go ahead and call the saints. All right. I said, I know he don't agree with me. It broke his heart to cancel a service. It broke his heart if I didn't go to Fifth Sunday. It broke. He had words. He never would say that. I'm gonna say this. I know this man for 40 years. I told Isaiah this morning, I'm gonna have this on his boys. I know him for 30 years. He worked with me in the timber industry and in the produce industry. In 18 years or 19 years, I pastored him. We never had one cross word. He didn't agree with everything I'd done, but he had a way to relate to me. He had a way to make me understand you're wrong.
Amen.
And never said nothing. Now, I say this to the Quitman brethren. We gonna miss him. Since y'all here, I'm just gonna talk straight. My sister said, all right, don't say too much. I'm gonna say what my heart. I'm gonna be like my brother, my pastor, but I ain't gonna say nothing crazy. Quitman Church is made up of 3 families, really. Hatley Lynch's church. We have other different members. That's how
Lord Jesus.
when the pastor came back home, y'all making now. He was dedicated to God. I'm gonna miss him, and I say this to him: I'm not. If you're going anywhere in life, it's somebody you got to aspire, somebody you got to follow. If you're going anywhere in life, we look to Jesus, but we thank God that God has somebody, a person that we can follow, that you can see Christ in.
Hallelujah. Thank you.
Even Moses, when he was up there in the mountain, he even see the bush to keep him there. We know what was in the bush, but the bush got his attention because it burned. His life was burned because God was in his life. Deacon assists me in many things in prayer, and I say one time we was going to Jamaica, and nowhere I could tell him we was going. I heard Brother Mary say, yes, he was going to be there. Not one time, Brother Mary, anytime every show, any fifth Sunday, he always asked me, is it all right for me to go? He ain't had to do that. I didn't require that. That's how much he respected me. I'm going to miss it. And I say to you, I told him the other day, and one of my lads talked to him, I said, Deacon, it took about 2 of your sons to do one of your, just do your job today. He said, they'll get it. And I say to you, sons, although maybe a congregation here, because when everybody go back, we can still be here. I ain't weaker, I'm stronger. That's my last tricycle wheel. I'm on my own now. If I can't ride now, I never ride. Last year, amen, praise God, I think it was last year? They took Brother Lewis, Brother Shine home. They were like holding me up on one side or the other. I don't care what I went through, I could go to either one of them. And when the Lord decided to take Brother Lewis from me, I leaned heavy on him. Now he gone. I asked the Lord when they were 70, I said, Lord, I stood, I think y'all remember that. We was in a home church and they had different conditions. I said, Lord, give me 10 more years with him. He honored